Welcome dear students to our English class. Today we are going to learn the new poem, The Naughty Boy. We can see the world map. There are 7 continents in the world. First is Asia, the largest continent. Second, Africa. Third, North America. Fourth, South America. Fifth, Antarctica. Sixth is Europe. And the smallest one, the 7th continent, is Australia. The naughty boy has moved in this poem from England to Scotland. So England and Scotland is located in Europe. Now let us move to the Europe continent. Now England and Scotland is in United Kingdom. The bottom portion of United Kingdom is England and the top portion is Scotland. This is the flag of United Kingdom. The capital of United Kingdom is London. Let us go to the virtual tour of England. We'll see over here the famous and the historical monuments in England. Now we can see over here a big tower. It is a Big Ben watchtower. You can see the watch or the clock at the top of the tower. It was built in 1859. You can see the people roaming around it. It is 1,000-year-old church. It's a famous church over there. You can see the church, the people roaming around the church. It is Trafalgar Square, used for cultural events. It is a place where musicians and magicians perform. Here you can see the band performing their music event. They're performing on the street. The best way, you can see over here the zebra crossing, the road. This is metro. The best way to travel in England is metro. Now here you can see it is a place where the musical concerts are performed. It is a famous place for music concerts. Now here we go. This is London Bridge. We have heard about London bridges falling down, falling down, falling down, my fair lady. You have heard this rhyme in nursery. About 40,000 people pass every day on this bridge. It is a fort nearby the bridge. Now here you can see this is the famous palace, Buckingham Palace in London. We have seen England. Now let us take the virtual tour of Scotland. We can see here the tall buildings of Scotland. Here we can see the flag of Scotland and the flag of England. St. Andrews is the oldest golf course in the world in Scotland. Edinburgh Castle. Edinburgh is the capital of Scotland. Glenfinnan Viaduct is the famous landmark in Scotland. Playing bagpipes is a Scottish tradition. Scotland is the large provider of wool. We can find lot of sheep in. You will wonder to see the traditional dress of Scottish. They wear knee-length skirt-like garment known as kilt. It is worn by both men and women. Now let us see the poem, The Naughty Boy. There was a naughty boy, and a naughty boy was he. He ran away to Scotland, the people there to see. Now there was a naughty and a mischievous boy who ran away to Scotland from his place England to find the difference in people, building, tradition. Then what did he find there? He found that the ground was as hard. He found that the ground in Scotland was as hard as in England. He found that the yard was as long as in England. Yard means a big open area to the sky, a meadow adjacent to the house or a building. Then he found that a song was as merry. Merry means lively and cheerful. He found that the song was live and cheerful in Scotland as well as in England. That a cherry was as red. Cherry is a red color fruit. This cherry was as red in Scotland as well as in England. Then he found that a lead was as weighty. Lead is a metal. He found that the lead in Scotland is as weighty as in England. That a 4 score was as 80. 4 score means 4 times 20. 4 times 20 is 80. So he says that the 4 score was as 80. That a door was as wooden as in England. He found that the door was as wooden as in England. The wooden doors, both the places, England as well as in Scotland. Then he wondered. He stood on his shoes and he wondered. He stood on his shoes and he was thinking that the things are similar in England as well as in Scotland, as it is a part of one country, that is United Kingdom. So he didn't find much differences. This poem is written by Jhon Keat. Let us recite the poem. Students, you will recite with me. There was a naughty boy, and a naughty boy was he. He ran away to Scotland, the people there to see. Then he found that the ground was as hard, that a yard was as long, that a song was as merry, that a cherry was as red, that a lead was as weighty, that a 4 score was 80, that a door was as wooden as in England. So he stood in his shoes and he wondered, he stood in his shoes and he wondered. This poem is written by Jhon Keat. Thank you.